Oh yeah, boy's back. What's going on? It's been a whole week since I seen you folk. I'm back, episode 4, 10 things. Got a good one today, man. Got a real good one today. First, let's start off. 5 things I do like. This is what we're gonna do today. 5 things I do like. Let's start on a positive note. So, my Miami Dolphins got another win. I'm excited. I'm happy. Can't you see the smile on my face? I'm very excited about the Miami Dolphins winning another game. Now, am I excited about the season? Hell no. Got to do more than win 2 games to get me excited about a season. Not going to the Super Bowl, but I am excited what they did on the field yesterday. Ryan Tannehill looked good. My boy Landry looked good. Skills looked good. The defense was crazy, ridiculous, stupid, dumb, idiotic. Okay, so number 2. Going on to subject number 2. Number 2. I love a woman. Love women, period. Straight. All my life I love women. But I have a special spot in my heart for women, pretty feet. Shake! Good God Almighty. So, I love women with pretty feet. And I don't know how many other men care about this, but I do, man. I'm like Eddie Murphy in Boomerang. Lift the color off the feet. See if they pretty. That's me. I want to see, man. I'm not saying I won't deal with you if your feet look a little rough. Got to, take you to the salon or wherever you go to get your feet done, the pedicures and manicures and all that. We have to go there. If indeed your feet are not up to par. I believe it's sexy. It's a turn on. Most people call it a fetish, but I wouldn't go that far. But I really do like it. I really do love women with pretty feet. So, women, let's keep our feet neat, clean, and pretty. Always good. Always tidied up. The feet must be clean. Now, subject number 3 is a real special subject, simply for the fact that all of us, as long as we live and continue to live, have to get to a point where we consider ourselves being old. We consider ourselves being old if we live long enough. If God above allows us to live long enough, we will all become old. Now, that does not guarantee you the privilege or the chance to grow old with someone. So subject number 3 is, I love to see old couples together still making it. Still kicking it, still rocking, still hanging, still sliding and riding and banging for each other. I love it. I just love it. It's amazing. It's great. And the reason I think it's so amazing and great is because you have no idea of the tests and trials and tribulations that these people have had to go through to get to this point. If you think about it now, if you're, let's say you're 25 to 30, you've probably experienced some crazy, dangerous, some life-threatening situations already. Can you imagine growing to be 92, 93, 94, 95 and experiencing life that long, seeing decades of change? If you really go back and look at it, if you think to back when you were a kid, if you're 20, when you were 10, and look at how much things have changed in that short time frame. So imagine a 50 or 60 year time frame where things completely change. And things change every couple of years. It completely changes. If you look back to early 2000s, 1999 or 98, we were still using VCRs. We moved up to DVD players, and almost now you don't even need a DVD player. I can watch TV on my phone. I could stream. I can, it's a million things you can do that makes the VCR and the DVD player irrelevant. So when you see old people together, right, and especially old people who grew up in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, if you think about everything they had to endure dealing with racism, and I'm not just talking about black people, I'm talking about white people too, because they were affected as well, whether they sided with the African American people or they were affected by change that changed their life because they were no longer in control. So everybody was affected by this time. So I can only imagine what will be like 30 years from now. 30 years from now, what would this world be? What kind of inventions would we have? What kind of gadgets? What kind of communication would we have? It's very interesting. But back to the body, which is the subject of seeing old people together, man. You gotta believe that there's been some cheating. There's been some financial roadblocks in their life. Faith and loyalty and trust tested over time. If you grow old with someone and you figure out how to win and how to come out on the top, when we're in a day now where so many people are divorcing and separating and not loving each other the way they should. It's difficult. It's difficult. So when you see old people, man, you stop, look, watch, admire. Congratulate them. Do whatever you can do to let them know, man, hey, we love you. We thank you for being an example in a day and time where things are just all messed up. Man, we actually need to sit back and if you have grandmothers or great-grandparents or even a mother and a father who've been together for over a certain amount of years, man, you need to sit down with them and learn game and just soak everything up and use it and apply it to your own life, man, because when you see people that have grown old together, they have stories, funny stories, embarrassing stories, lovely stories, stories of anger, stories of cheating. They have stories, and all of these stories can really mold and shape you and give you the ins and outs and the know how to maneuver around problems that you might even face if you're fortunate enough to grow to be the age that I'm talking about. So that's number 3, man. Admire our old people, man. Admire the senior citizens in this country who stuck in and stuck it out and got in the mud and rode with their partner, man. They deserve it. They deserve it. Number 4, good-hearted people who do things just because. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking about you people who do things or do favors to go and brag or tell, oh yeah, I did this, I did that. It really doesn't have to be said, man. I'm talking about the genuine people on this earth that help people each and every day, every chance they get, and never ask for anything in return. These are the people that I love, that I like. And though I may not have ever met each and every single person, I'm just letting it be known, putting it out in the universe, that these are the people that I love. I love to see people who help each other, whether times are good or bad, whatever the situation may be, and they expect nothing in return. We want something in return all the time. And if you've been blessed to be in a position that you can help and supply people with whatever it is you can afford to supply them with, whether it's time, love, money, a ride, food, whatever it is. You deserve credit. You deserve credit. You deserve credit. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, and at times I know it gets hard, it gets frustrating, but you are the example that we need in this wicked day and time. You're the example, man. So keep doing it, keep loving, keep giving, keep spreading, you know, what God has blessed you with others. And not only to mention that, but that is where your blessings come from. So when you do good, good will come back to you. And sometimes bad will come, and if you continue to do good even when the bad comes, you'll get blessed even 2 or 3 times more. You know, some people have lost things helping other people, and by them going through a hard time, something great happens to them. I mean, even they're in a better situation than even when they had it the first time. So just keep that in mind. Let's keep doing that. Let's help each other. Let's spread the love. That is my number 4 thing that I like. So number 5. After number 5, man, it's going to take a turn. And I'm telling you, it's going to take a turn after number 5. But for number 5, we're going to stay in a happy place. We're going to stay in a good time. We're going to stay in a good space. We're going to talk about love and respect and all of the things that come with it. But after number 5, I'm telling you, you better brace yourself. So, excuse me. Number 5, I love to see kids with smiles on their faces. I love it. You know, when you put a smile on a kid's face, or you see a kid having fun, if you have any kind of love and respect and dignity and honor about yourself, you should really feel happy. There's nothing better than seeing a smile on a kid's face. I don't care if you see a smile or you make your wife happy, or whatever it is. When you look at a kid, especially if it's your own kid, and you're able to bring joy to something that you created or somebody else created that is innocent and pure, and you see them having fun, it should really make you happy. And the reason it should really make you happy is because let me rewind that. Let's take it back. You're seeing God work at its purest form through children. Children are innocent. They don't know any better. They don't know right from wrong. They just know happy. That's all they know. Happy, mad, sad. So when a kid is happy, it's a wonderful thing. Especially when you know you've done something to contribute to that kid's happiness. I know a lot of people like to see their kids at Christmas time opening the gifts. It brings you more joy than it brings them, to be honest, because you know you've been able to make them happy. You've been able to give them an emotion that not many people in their life will ever give them. True happiness. You know, it's just wonderful, and I love it. I love seeing kids. I love being around kids. I love participating in activities with kids when I can make them happy or people around me can make them happy. All right. Now, let's get into the dangerous waters. We're getting ready to talk about some things now. We've all talked about the 5 subjects, the things I love and like, and I would like to see continue. Now it's time for the things I don't like. These are the last 5 things I'm going to talk about today. And it's not very good. Number 6, misinformed people trying to be Superman a superwoman. Oh yeah, I went there. So, and I went through a situation this week. It turned out good. It turned out all right. Me and this person, we talked like two adults, and we got some clarification. That's what grown-ups do. That's what especially two men do. So I could talk about this situation. I'm not talking exposing, or it's not directed toward anybody. I'm just telling you, an example that I went through. Misinformed people trying to be Superman or Superwoman. Let's make this clear. If you get or obtain information from one party, before you act or react to that information that you've obtained, make sure that the other party has informed you on the situation as well. And the reason I say that, because this thing can get very, very dangerous, very, very quick. Man, you can die, man, behind information and being misinformed about situations and circumstances. You can die. It happens every day. People blow people's heads clean off their shoulders because they're misinformed with information. It's like a man and a wife having an argument and a fight. And in the middle of an argument and a fight, people say things. People feel ways that they're not going to feel when they're happy or when they're not angry. It's people that say, he raped me. He raped me. Or he beat me. He beat me. And they're telling you a damn lie. I said it. They're telling you a damn lie. But they won't tell you that because they want you on their side. And let me just say this before I go any farther. We in this country and we as human beings really are foolish at times, even more foolish than we realize, because we'll take that information because we love that person so much, or we care about that person so much, or we want to prove something to that person so much that we don't even take the time to ask questions. And we don't take time to ask the other party what the hell happened. Are you kidding me? What if somebody did that to you? You did nothing. You haven't even seen a person. And this person says, I don't like him. You know what? He raped me. He beat me. He stole from me. And you take that information, or I take that information, and I come beat the hell out of you, or I get you carjacked or killed, or whatever I choose to do to you at the present time. I do something. I retaliate. I go out of my way to inflict bodily harm to you. I send evil wills your way. And in the end of the day, I find out it was a lie. This stuff didn't happen, or it happened, but it didn't happen the way that they informed you. What happens to me? I go to jail. Maybe somebody kills me. Maybe. Nothing happens. But maybe it does. This is what I'm saying. We have to think. We have to be smart. So if I do something because somebody misinformed me and told me information that was not all the way true or not accurate or not true at all, and I come kill you and I take you off this earth, I send you to hell or heaven, whichever one you're going to. I have to live with losing all money. I have to deal with losing whatever I have on the world that's mine, that belongs to me. I have to worry about losing my family. I have to worry about not seeing my kids. I have to worry about being locked in a cell or being dead. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it to go through all of that and have all kind of different situations that could be or couldn't be or should be or wouldn't be because I was misinformed. Stop being so quick to take somebody's word and take their side and try to jump in and fight their battles, because you need to find out first what happened. And then you need to find out why it happened. You need to do some investigative work, man. That's what you need to do. Because you, in the end, my friend, will end up looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Boo Boo the Fool. You'll look like Boo Boo the Fool because you went into a war blind. Let's take the blindfolds off. Let's find out. Let's do some investigating. You know, we always talking about we so real. We so real. Oh, I'm a real nigga. Oh, I'm a real. Hey, boy, you know, listen. Woosah. 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 Go do a yoga class or something before you approach the situation. Maybe it'll calm you down. And then again, I'm going to tell you something else. Let's not be so quick to run and jump on people now. Because a lot of people are not what or who you think they are. Some of these people will tear your behind up. Some of these people will have your behind looking sick and sad. And then you really want to kill them. Oh yeah, little people, little men, little women you didn't know even had fight in them can fight. Now you get beat by a little guy, or you feel embarrassed because you lost to a little guy or a little woman and you can't take it, so now you want to kill. See what I'm saying? Either way you go, the situation will not end up in a good way for you majority of the time. So man, before you, I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. It could be your mama. It could be your brother. It could be your sister. It could be your cousin. It could be your auntie. It could be your child. But what you need to do, find out the right information before you react to a situation, incident, a problem. Because when you and the other person are dead and gone, or sitting in jail, or beat up and stabbed, or shot up or killed, the other person, whether it be woman or man, is going to be right on to the next person. And they're going to be right on with their life by 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, however many people's life were involved in the situation is messed up. Always happens that way. Always happens that way. So I'm gonna take a stance for the fellas. Fellas, women telling you stuff about men, don't always be so quick to judge and want to protect, because there's a lot of foul ass women out here. A lot of foul women. There's a lot of foul men out here too. A lot of foul men. But we must, excuse my language, matter of fact, there's a lot of foul people out here. So let's keep that in mind as we move on to number 7 of things I hate. I hate to hear parents talking to their kids like trash. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I can't stand it. If I was a parent and you talked to my kid that way and I was with you, you'd be out on the damn street somewhere. You would be out on the street, and I'm going to tell you why. What has your child done to make you tear them down and possibly ruin their life? I'm waiting. I mean, I want to see some comments on this, because if you could tell me, I'll be happy to reframe and retract. But there is absolutely no reason you should be cursing your kids out. I understand if you're upset and you say damn or S or F, something like that. But when you full-fledged go at your kids like you're in the Navy, as they say, cursing like a sailor, or you talking to your kids like as if you were getting ready to kill them, like you would kill somebody in the street, like you would, talk to your enemy. That's wrong, man. That is wrong. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. Look at me. You are dead wrong if this is affecting you. If you feel some kind of way about what I'm saying that's affecting you, good. I hope you feel some kind of way, and I hope you ask God for forgiveness, and I hope you let your kids know you're sorry. We got to do better, because the way you talk to your kids can affect them mentally. It can affect them physically, and it can also affect how they act when they leave your home. These are all things that you need to think about, man. When you're cursing your kids out and mistreating them. It's called mental abuse. Mental abuse is serious, it's real. It causes kids to resent you, hate you, not like you, or become immune to that kind of talk. So when they go out into the world and people talk to them this way, they won't feel anything. They won't even demand their respect. They won't even feel that they deserve respect, because the person that is supposed to respect and love them and honor them the most has torn them down and made them available for the world to beat up on them. It's a darn shame, man. It's a darn shame. It's a real subject. I don't like it. I've actually witnessed it with family members. I've actually witnessed it, with friends, how they talk to their kids. Now, you wouldn't be able to pull that with me, though. I was a kid who wasn't going for it. It was times where grown-up said something to me, and I said, what? And I said what I wanted to say. I had something to say. You're not just going to disrespect me that way. But everybody, kids of this world are not as strong as me and not as opinionated as me. Keep that in mind, man. That's number 7 on the list of things I don't like. I told you guys, I said the first 5 things was going to be lovely. It was going to be sweet. But I also told you the last 5 things weren't going to be pretty conversations. They were not going to be pretty topics. And I'm sorry if you don't like it. It's just what it is. All right. Number 8. I got to talk about it. And number 8 is actually, I should have had this in the top 5, but it was just so good that I had to put it in on this segment because it was still fresh in my mind. Let's give a hand clap for Mr. Joe Budden. His album, Rage in the Machine, man, is awesome. I'm happy that this brother, hey man, Drake. I want to thank Drake for this, because I feel like Drake woke this guy up and inspired him. By the way, Drake was a no-show in that beef. Oh, you didn't want to beat up on Joe, but you went and beat up on Meek and all these other guys. Beat up on Joe. Why didn't you beat up on Joe, Drake? I'm just saying, man. Hey, because Joe will bar you to death. That's not a diss to Drake, man, but Drake know too, man. Come on. He is the hottest rapper right now. Give him all the props. Good artist and good music coming from Drake, but I thank Drake for waking Joe Budden up. Joe Budden dropped nothing but heat. It was so good, I even had to call my cousin and have him listen to it. He agreed. I mean, anybody knows music like K-Slim, From the Streets to the Church, you know, God knows music, man. He agreed. It was good. You know, I see what a couple other of my friends think. But man, good job, Joe. Good job, Joe Budden. I'm gonna be listening to that album for a few weeks at least. All right. See, I hate this, man. I went to a happy place again. Now I gotta go back to the abyss of hell. Number 9. I'm not sure on what I'm going to say. I got the topic, but I don't write down what I'm going to say. I have the topic, but I do not know what it's about to come out of my mouth. Could be anything. I could be feeling godly today, or I could be feeling like the devil's using me today. Either way, I'll repent later on tonight. But Mr. Donald J. Trump. Brother, although I agree with some of the ideas and things you have to say, I don't fucking like you. I don't like you. I'll tell you why I don't like you. And as I say this white lady's looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't care. I don't like you, man. And I don't like you for the fact I watched some of your rally videos last night and today where you had hundreds of white people beat on my sisters and brothers. And as they were getting beat on and spit on and slapped around and handcuffed and threw out, you talked that ish. You talked it. You said, if this were the old days, they would have left here on stretchers. You made all kind of comments that I'm not going to repeat. I want all of you, if you're watching this segment, I want all of you to go and check out Donald Trump's speeches, rallies against black people. It's on YouTube. They've actually combined the videos together so you can see, a demonstration of it. And I believe the title is called Old Days versus New Days or something like that. You can find it. You can find it. It's available. I found it. You can find it. Before you get up and go vote for this freaking guy, I want you guys to go watch what he thinks of you. And although I do like his character, I like that he says what he wants to say and he does what he wants to do. Kind of like me. I don't like that part about you. So I love the man. I love Donald Trump, but I do not like the way he acts. I do not like the attitude he has. I believe he needs to go and, get a little closer with God, man. He actually needs to have something happen to him to bring him to a humble place. Because when you're flying high for so long, sometimes you need to be brought back down. That's what needs to happen to this clown. I'm not going to excuse your actions. You're still a clown. You and old Don King talked about him last week. They belong together. They should go and live on an island together. Screw each other. Love each other. Because you both are lovers of yourself. With no regard or remorse for how other people feel or what you do to them. So, number 9 is freaking wig wearing Donald Trump. I said it, wig wearing Donald Trump. He lives in. I might see him any day now, and I'll tell him to his face if he wants to hear it. I'm not afraid of him. Number 10, last thing of the evening, before I say goodbye to you people, is people who aren't thoughtful of others. I can't stand you. I don't like you. When I say I don't like you, I don't mean I don't like you as a person. I mean I don't like what you do. I don't like your attitude. I don't like how you move. It's sad, man. You know, working at Dirty Martini, man. You know, I figure out and I find out things from my everyday work experience that I can compare and put against what's going on out in the world. So, let me just give an example. You know, when drinks are getting served and bartenders are pouring and handing out drinks and being a good service to the people, I noticed the inconsiderate attitude, the selfishness that people who love each other and see each other every day have for each other. And if you look past the daily routine of being around someone or working with someone or loving someone, you will find that people are inconsiderate even when they love you or when they care about you or when they see you on a daily basis. Because one thing comes to mind. If we all start out and we all have an equal share of whatever it is, money, candy, beer, alcohol, and somehow you sell out or you have no more, and you go to another party and you say, hey, do you have this? Do you have that? And they say, I only have two. I only have one. What would you do? I would leave it. You know what? I've done well. I've made mine. I want you to make yours. But see, no. The people that aren't thoughtful of others and are inconsiderate and have these ways about them would say, I'm going to take it. Screw you, the hell with you, I'm going to take it, I'm going to use it, it's all about me. Man, that is inconsiderate. That's a bad attitude to have. You're a rotten apple. That means you do not care about your brothers and sisters and humans that the way that you say you do. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, see, I sit back and although I don't say anything, I look at the simple things, the small things, and the small things that you do or don't do to people can be the determining factor of how you would act if the situation was big. So if it was big, so let's just say, if the situation was a big deal, right? You would really throw them to the wolves because you want what they have. Instead of saying, here, we'll split it. Or when the split is over, look, man, you keep it. I've already made mine. I've already had mine. I've already done this. But no, you people, inconsiderate, cold-hearted people will say, give it to me. And that's what's wrong with our country, man. So, this concludes the episode 4, 10 Things, Jamouri Kinard. You know, man, listen, if you stumble across these videos, go back and check out 1 through 4 as of right now. I love you all. If you took the time out to watch this video, episode 5 coming next Monday. You know how I do. I'll be right here giving it real, telling the real, and keeping it real. Maybe, man, we're working on trying to get some guests to come on and share their ideas and their opinions of 10 things they may like or may not like, or wonder. You know, I'm thinking of doing all kind of different titles for this show. It won't always be 10 things I like or don't like. It'll be 10 most beautiful things, or 10 of the craziest things, or 10 stories that I got to tell you that have happened to me. So it won't always be the same content, but it will always be 10 things indeed. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Be here. Tune in. Hey, listen, if you have friends, man, I need some subscribers. I need you guys to go out and tell your friends to subscribe to this guy named Jamouri Kinard, a musician, a singer, songwriter, now a journalist. Hey, man, God bless. I'll see you guys next week. 10 things.
Yeah, it's trials and testimonies over hip hop. Yeah, it's K-Slam from the streets to the church. Too many murders. Only the Lord can truly save us.